Hey mamas, welcome back to another Wellness Monday. I'm super excited about today's topic because it is so near and dear to me. It's so important. It is something that I feel like we don't talk enough about in the mom community. It is often made as if it's something that is embarrassing, something we should be ashamed about, and I don't agree, which is probably not surprising to y'all, right? Because I feel like struggles and things that we go through are part of our journey. They're not meant to make us feel embarrassed about. If anything, it's meant to help us grow. It's meant to help us push through it and learn and become a better person and a healthier person, you know? And when we push things back and we don't face it head on, we don't acknowledge it, it just gets worse. And I feel like eventually it comes back, but it comes back with vengeance, right? So it's really important for us to really take time to acknowledge things, even if it makes us uncomfortable. Because, like I always say, if you've been watching, you know what I'm about to say, right? There's two uncomfortable categories. Either you can choose to be uncomfortable where you are and be stuck in those emotions and those feelings and the discomfort of all the things that's happening here and just stay there. Or you can choose the uncomfortable category of growth and relearning yourself, but knowing that that emotion and that uncomfortable feeling is temporary, but you are going to come out better on the other side, right? We have those choices. We have those options, y'all. So, I want to talk about mental health. And I know this is something that's probably going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's going to make you probably feel like, oh, I don't like that word. Because it comes with a lot of negative emotions, right? But I honestly feel like it's all about the way you look at things. And I feel like the parts that come with mental health is emotions and how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of those things balled up into one, right? So if we love all of those categories and we deal with all those categories daily, right? Then we should be able to talk about mental health. Because that's literally what it deals with. It just deals with those things somehow has changed, has altered in some type of way, and somewhere along the lines it became hard for you to handle it or understand it or know what to do. That's all it is. And when we change our point of view on things, we change how we react to things. But it's all about how you look at it. If you look at it in a negative light, if you speak on it on a negative light, on a negative way, it's going to be negative. If you speak on it in a positive way, you look at it in a positive way, and you look at it in a way that is going to be beneficial for you, you're going to see it that way. So it's all about perspective. It's all about how am I going to view something in the long run? And how can it actually help me if I took time to consider the benefits of it versus the negative things that have nothing to do with me? And sometimes it's usually someone projecting their personal experience, their personal thoughts on you, and you haven't even created your own thoughts and views and things that you feel towards it, and you're just taking on whatever they're giving you. So today, I want you to really sit down and observe yourself. Observe your thoughts, how you've been feeling, how you've been acting, how you've been talking. Are any of those things off? Because as moms, we struggle, and I love my moms because I'm a mom, right? I love y'all heavily, but I love y'all enough to talk about this. We can be so in denial about the things that we need when it comes down to us having to let our guard down and admit that we have something going on and that we're not okay and that we need help. We struggle with that. And I'm here to tell you, I've had moments too. So I'm not pinning it all on y'all either. I've had my days, I've had my moments where I was in denial because I didn't want to face it, you know? And that's usually what that comes from. It's either fear, or you're not ready to face it, or you're embarrassed or you're ashamed of whatever that thing is, right? So it makes you go the opposite way. But I've learned from putting things off and ignoring it and fearing it, it doesn't change how you really feel. It doesn't change the situation. The situation is still the same. So, back to what I was saying. Is there anything that might be potentially off? Have you been saying something to yourself that hasn't been healthy? Have you been acting a little different than you normally do? Reacting to things differently? Doing things differently that are not your norm? Have you had any moments that might have been off from how you usually are? And I'm asking you those questions because sometimes it may not always be that you have something serious going on. It might just be that you need someone to talk to. And that you are holding on to things that no longer serve you any value. They're just there. And they're holding you down. They're slowing you up. You're not moving forward. You're not growing because whatever's going on in here and up here is holding you back. So it could be that, or it could be you might be depressed. It could be so many different things. But the thing about that is that when we don't acknowledge those things, we will never know what they really are. You will never know what really is going on so that you can actually find results or get results from an expert until you actually acknowledge it. So I'm saying all of this to say, take time to sit still, really dig in, let the guards down. Are you okay? And if you're not okay, that's okay. Sometimes it is okay to literally say, I'm not all right. I'm not all right. I'm not feeling like myself. I'm not okay. Something's wrong. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We have our days. We have our moments. It's okay. But it's all about what you do next. What are you going to do about it? What can you do for you about it that is going to help you feel better, help you grow, help you be a better mom, help you be a better version of you? Because like I always say, I'm very big on this. There is a separation here. Your mom and your wife, right? But you're also just you. How can we take care of you outside of mom and wife? What's going on with that? What's going on with inside of here? How are we feeling? What's happening? What can we do about it? What can we control? Because like I always say, you control what you can control. Whatever you can't, you let it go. You leave it there. And you hand it off, by getting help and getting support. Those are the things that it's okay to say, I can't do that. This is out of my pay grade, as they always say, right? I can't do that. It's out of my lane. Who can help me? Who can support me? Who can help me get through this? Because I can't do this by myself. What can I do about it? Who can I go to? Who can I talk to? And I know sometimes it deals with being ashamed, right? Let's go back to that. And my thing about that is, often when we're ashamed, it's because we feel like something's wrong with us, right? And I'm here to tell you, nothing's wrong with you. Like, I've had plenty of moments, especially after my first child, where I didn't feel like myself. I knew something was off, but I was so afraid to say anything because of the fact I didn't want judgment. I didn't want to be seen as if I am not the perfect mom, or I'm not doing all the things correct and something's wrong because everyone was able to do this and this and this and this. Not considering the fact I'm not them. They're not me. And if something is wrong, honey, it's okay to tell someone. You don't have to be perfect. You're not a robot. You're not supposed to be perfect. It's okay. It's all right. If I could have told myself something in the past, it would have been get help. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. And if I could do that again, I most definitely would. Because I understand that as moms, we carry a lot of hats, right? Lots of hats. And sometimes, because we're juggling so much, one of those hats are going to fall. Because it's too much, right? And we're trying to juggle too many things. And we're just balancing and balancing and balancing. And it's too much. It's okay to put some of those hats down and get help. And allow someone to help you. Or allow someone to come in and work with you. You don't have to do it all on your own. You don't. You don't deserve that. You don't need that. Take care of yourself. So if you need to go get help, if you need to go to a specialist to talk to get help, do it. And if it's resources, honey, there are so many resources opening up now that is willing to help people with their mental health. Willing and open. So if you need someone to talk to, do it. And if that's still not in your range, there are so many support groups that are free. So many. Take advantage of what's out there. Don't make excuses, because at times I do feel like when we're really scared and fearful of change and the unknown, right? Because that can be really scary at times. We will find any way we can to get out of it. Oh, I can't afford this. Oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have that. But I want you to think about this. You have time to sit in that uncomfortable spot, right? I need you to make time to be in this spot of growth. It might be uncomfortable at first, yes, but it's worth it. It's worth it for your health. It's worth it for your family. It's worth it for you. Do it. Take time. Take care of you. Okay? I know I normally don't get overly serious, on Wellness Mondays, but I've been observing and I'm seeing a lot. And we need that. We need to get someone to talk to us. Allow that stuff to come out. Don't hold it in. Because when you hold it in, it's going to come out in an ugly way. And you don't want that. Nobody deserves that, and you don't deserve that. So take control of what you can control by talking to somebody. Allowing somebody to help you. Let it out. Don't hold it on. Hold on to it no more. Let it go. Let's let it out. Talk about it. Understand what's happening so that you're able to do the work so that you can feel better. And some things might just need to be managed. Us women, we have so much going on with our hormones. Sometimes it might be a hormonal imbalance. It happens. Get looked at. Taking care of you is not selfish. It's important. It's needed. It has to happen. You are too important. Okay? I love y'all so very much. And I want y'all to take care of yourself. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. Take care of yourself, all right? I will be back next Monday, like usual, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I love y'all so very much. All right. Bye, y'all.